the end of the story is, whenever there are two interpretations possible, Ahnaf say, well, you have to check with what matches the Nas Qat'i, what matches the Quran. If the two interpretations possible, you must always take what's with the Quran. And Quran said, Salah in its time, which is Inna Salata Kanat al Mu'minina Kitaban Mawquta. This goes back to the usul of the madhab. This goes back to usul al-fiqh. How do you process the information? So, because their machine, their fiqh, it operates in a certain way, they will always look at the mas'ala in a certain way. It's not to say one is right or wrong. For someone, two view may be equal. They choose one, what reach them first, or whatever they may choose it over. But everyone has their own machinery. They work with that. This is Ahnaf way. Now, then they go on normally why the hadith of Attaf ibn Khalid and Abdurrahman ibn Jabir will be chosen over the hadith of Anas, or why the hadith of Anas will be interpreted in the light of the hadith of Attaf. But this is not for this class. Inshallah, if Allah give us tawfiq and we are alive, because this class is for what? Is to open the door just to understand the madhahib. If Allah give us tawfiq, inshallah, at some point we will go in detail to actually then say, where do I sit with this madhahib? Where do I make a judgment? And do I choose one? And what would be my basis? What methodology? I cannot do that. We cannot do that until we have studied the methodology. Once you do that, you do that. Yeah. Before that, this is just like a muqaddimah. This is just like a, it opens the door of fiqh for you. Those who did the earlier 2 years fiqh course, this was no dalail in it. It was just what the mas'ala is. We didn't hardly mention any hadith in that course. This course we are opening doors to, and then inshallah, if this will take long time, if Allah wishes we do it faster, we will inshallah then, after doing the bit of methodology and usul, we will then look at the mas'ala in a different way. At this moment, impossible. Now, the question is, the Prophet ﷺ did jama' bayna salatain while in Medina. No fair, no rain, no safar, right? The question may be asked, the second madhab of Imam Malik, Imam Shafi, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, yeah? They say that you can only do jama' bayna salatain if you have udhr. If you have an excuse, then the Ahnaf tell them, why? What about this hadith? Why don't you take this hadith? Nabi Sallallahu did it for no reason. Right? The Ahnaf say, you are not allowed to do Jama' Suri without an udhr. You'll be sinful for doing it, even in its own time. To delay Salah is something which is very, very bad. Allah loves the Salah in His first time. A person to delay Salah and to make a habit of delaying Salah, that's not accepted. But the idea of Jama' Haqiqi is not there except on the day of Arafah. Yeah? And if you want to do more, if you want to do more reading, maybe you can read from Shawkani. He has written about why Jama' Suri is allowed, and when you have an excuse, and etc. And there are many discussions on it. Inshallah, I've covered enough to open to let you see where the two sides are. And when we go to the niyyah, I will discuss one more very important issue. When people pray dhuhr while the imam, asr when the imam is praying dhuhr, we will discuss that with the niyyah, inshallah. Do you remember when we started this Salah chapter, we went through a hadith where Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Jibreel came, he said, this is the Salah time, this is the Salah time, day 2, day 1, day 2, each Salah time. Yeah? Hanaf say, this is a dalil, the Salah must be in those time. This is the time of Salah. And then there are many warnings for delaying Salah. So Jama Haqiqi goes against those warnings. But those who follow the view of Jama Haqiqi, they base it on, it goes back to the first thing I said, is on the day of Arafah, is because of travel or is it because part of the ritual? So those who went as part of the ritual, they were strict on the matter because they stuck to the ayah of Quran and they based everything, all the further thinking on that light. And those who went with this is because of travel, then they said, well, ayah of Quran is there, but travel becomes an excuse, and if you are excused, and then it opens the door for them. May Allah give us tawfiq to do what is right. In general, a person is not allowed to delay the salah. This is the best view. No one disagrees with. But if there is an excuse, then he may do Jama Suri, if that's possible. That's the best. No one disagrees with Jama Suri. None of the madhahib says Jama Suri is better. So everyone agrees Jama Suri. But Jama Haqiqi, three madhahib, they allow it because it is possible that you may not be able to do Jama Suri. Maybe you're not able to do Jama Suri. You are doing an operation on someone, or you are under anesthesia, that you can only do Jama Haqiqi because of it. Okay. So the door is, the option is there, but that should be the last option. I don't think a person should take a very, very strict view on it, call it wrong. But I think there is a benefit for the ummah in it. But that should be the last option. Salah in its time, if you must do Jama Suri, if you must, then you can do Jama Haqiqi. May Allah give us tawfiq. Any questions? Naam, Sheikh.
Sheikh, I came across two brothers recently. One guy was praying Dhuhr, so he was praying 4 rakah. And the other brother was traveling, so he was going to pray Dhuhr and Asr together. And they did Jama'ah. He prayed Dhuhr too. He said Assalamu alaikum. When the other brother stood up, he continued praying. And he joined again for Asr. Is this... I'm proper confused.
I don't know where this is from. I'll have to do research. Never ever come across this view in my life. If you are behind Imam, then you have to follow the Imam. How can you? No.
I didn't have all 6 circumstances in which Jama' Haqiqi is allowed.
So number 1, Dhuhr and Asr.
Yeah.
Number 2, Maghrib and Isha on Hajj day. Yeah? Number 3, traveling. Number 4, illness. Number 5, rain. Number 6, fair.
You didn't really cover that.
Huh?
You didn't cover that.
Or fair? Well, it's the same hadith as the one before. When he says, no fair, no suffer. He prayed Jama with no fair, no suffer. That means fair and suffer, he did Jama. Yeah? Naam. Done? We done? Naam.
Is it the same excuses apply to do Jama Suri?
Yeah. So the excuses you have for Jama. So it's Jama, and these are the reason. Whether it's Haqiqi or Suri, that's a different discussion. So the reason for Jama is same. Okay. It's not the way we do this class. We don't say whose view is better or not. But in this way, in this matter, I want to tell all of you, try to do Salah in his time as much as possible. And if you can, go for Jama Suri. If the Jama Suri is not possible for you, do Jama Haqiqi. Done? Barakallah feekum. Subhanallah.